Okay, Mum, I'll fix my bed. Shut up. Sorry about that, guys. My mum really gets on my nerves sometimes. Like, I'm 25. Don't tell me to fix my bed. Like, come on. Fuck. I wonder when that dinner's ready. And she hasn't cleaned my fucking underwear in a week. Anyway, welcome back to another episode of J. Brooks Art. Excuse that intro. I was joking, guys. My mum's not even home. I just thought it'd be funny if I act like that entitled 25-year-old kid who is an adult kid, never grew up, never got out of home, never got a job, treats mum like shit and depends on her. So I thought that'd be a great start to this episode. Whew, just got a headache from talking so fast. Anyway, guys, so excited to be back. I've got a great episode lined up, from relationship advice to life pro tips to dating advice to am I the asshole to just fun, guys. Just fun for everyone. For all those who remember, it's a dirty pig beanie. Don't know where I found that, but hey, it keeps me warm. It's meant to be summer coming up in Melbourne, but weather is more miserable than ever right now, so I don't actually mind it. It's a bit snuggly, and we're still in the harshest lockdown out of anywhere in the world right now in Melbourne, so it's been so tough just laying in bed all day. Hopefully it's over soon. Anyway, that's enough about me. I'm going to get to the episode in 3, 2, 1. Wait, I point the wrong way. 3, 2, 1. Alright guys, welcome back to another episode. By the way, my old microphone, it broke, so this is why I'm using these old Apple shitty headphones to record. I don't really mind the audio, but I think I can do better, so I'm going to try and work on that. But for now, just kick back, relax, and enjoy. Sweet. Alright, let's kick it off with relationship advice. Now, it's only a short one. The title sucked me in because I think I can relate to it. No, actually, I can't relate at all. I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, let me get into it. My husband thinks I'm going to leave him because he's balding, even though I'm literally bald. Society does tend to shame men who are going bald. It's not only women who do that. Men also shame men. So there's no innocent party in this. Yeah, I've always said if I was going bald, I'd honestly just shave it off. I would. A lot of men go through a lot of effort to hide the little patches. They're constantly worrying about their hair, if the wind's going to change suddenly and the bald patch reveals itself. All this extra money they have to spend on like anti-balding treatments, which don't really work. You know, it's just something that you'd rather just get it over and done with and move on with your life. Accept your fate, accept your genetics, move on. Luckily at this stage I'm not balding at all, but I have shaved my head before and I don't mind it. So yeah, enough about me. Don't know why I went on tangent about that, but he's 32, I'm 28. I have a variety of issues that causes baldness. I underwent chemo a few years ago and I also have alopecia. I've just given up on having hair and shaved what little grows now. So when I read the title, I thought it might have been a gay couple because women don't often bald like a man would, but there are always cases where women do have alopecia and they suffer from baldness. My husband is going bald. It's been a long time coming. I've been noticing thinning for a couple of years, but he actually has a bald spot now. He's very concerned that I'm going to leave him. I don't understand why. I'm completely bald. Not many people want a bald woman, and it would be a little hypocritical to leave him for being bald. All ignoring the fact that I'm married, I'm not going to leave him over a minor change. He doesn't believe me and he keeps asking if I'll leave him. Nothing I say ever makes him believe me. I've hugged him, sat him down for long talks, kissed him, complimented him. None of it works. What do I do? Sounds like this guy just has really deep insecurities. Just reassure him. Say, hey, I find bald men sexy. Actually, don't say that. He'll probably say, what? You're cheating on me? Just say, hey, I reckon you'd be sexy as fuck if you were bald. Just keep reassuring him. It is tough from going all your life to having hair than to having no hair, and you would know of all people. Tell him to grow his beard, work it. Work what you have, you know? I guess all you can do is just keep reassuring him. Do whatever you're doing. Once he finally does go bald and lives with it for a bit, I'm sure he'll accept it and life will go back to normal. Alright guys, let's get into a life pro tip. If you are a very talkative person, get into the habit of questioning what you gain by sharing information with the people you talk to. Sometimes knowing when not to talk is just as important as knowing what to say. Now, as someone who doesn't talk a lot, only when they're drunk and under substances, I'll probably talk a lot. That's just natural. That's just chemicals imbalancing my brain. I have to put up with it a lot in my house, especially from Bo. He just talks and talks and talks. He's one of those people who doesn't think before he says, and his mouth doesn't connect with his brain. I don't know. I'm more of a person who speaks when something is asked of me or I need to speak. But you get those people who just talk useless information that literally didn't have to be put out there in the world. Sometimes I even say to Bo, did that actually have to be said in the world? Like now there's sound waves bouncing off walls of what you just said. Just useless sound waves. Yeah, it's a bit harsh, but you know, it does get annoying when people talk without thinking about what they actually say. It's like they have to be heard at all times. So yeah. Ask yourself. I'm sure people are going to have trouble asking themselves because that's the problem. They don't think before they talk. Here's a dating advice. I love reading these dating advices because I just shut them down real quick. But maybe this one's useful. Dating advice. Date when you are ready, not when you are lonely. Now the good thing about this is I will never date when I'm lonely because I actually, believe it or not, prefer to be alone. Like just imagine at night, like, oh, she wants to watch a show and I want to watch another show and it's annoying. Then she's like, babe, can't you just watch it for me? And I'm like, fuck, I just want to put on what I want to put on, turn it off when I want to turn it off and do whatever the fuck I want to do. Sorry guys, just went into a little tangent there. Yeah, being alone, there's nothing wrong with that. Some people can't be alone though. They prefer having company. And they replace company with a relationship. Doesn't always work out. I always feel that most people tend to date when they're desperate for a partner or they feel lonely, mostly because of their friends are in a relationship. This might not be applicable to everyone, but relationships like this tend to only last for a short period of time. So, the best is to just sit back, relax, and be yourself. The one for you will come into your life by themselves, sometimes when you least expect it. No need of pushing or rushing. What's yours will be yours. The first sentence is a true statement, the rest was just like fucking cliches. Love comes when you least expect it. What's yours will be yours, blah blah blah. But yeah, some useful information there. Don't date when you're lonely because often you're substituting the feeling of loneliness and filling that hole with the false sense of chemistry or love with another person just because you're pretty much bored. So don't do that. Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for telling my parents to fuck off and stop calling my girlfriend my sister? Now, why the fuck would they call his girlfriend his sister unless it was his sister or half sister or something or stepsister? I don't know. Let's get some context here because I'm sweating. I've been dating my girlfriend for 3 years now. My mum and her dad got married and we live together. Okay, so it is a half sister. So not blood related. There's a difference between stepsister and half sister. Keep that in mind because stepsister, you know, that's slightly, well, it's not slightly, it is incest. By the way, this guy must watch a lot of half sister porn on YouTube because I swear every video on Pornhub these days is fucking my half sister when the parents are gone. Like, Jesus Christ. Not that I watch porn, guys. Come on. I'm better than that. You know it. We were dating before our parents were. Yet our parents have told us it's inappropriate for step siblings to date. Well, that's a bit rich. That's not fair. They were dating first and then you guys decided to fuck and get married. We can't show any affection in public or our parents ground us. What the fuck? These guys are young adults, 18 years old. You can do whatever you want to do. We can't be in our rooms alone or ever be home alone. It's so fucking infuriating. My parents also make it worse by saying things like, take this over to your sister, capital letter sister, like they're trying to really emphasize sister. Or, how are you and your sister feeling? So they're really trying to emphasize the fact that they are siblings. When they're not, they're half sisters and brothers. Doesn't count, and they met first. I got so sick of this. I hugged my girlfriend and my mum broke it up and said there was too much touching and I just lost my shit and yelled, fuck you, I'm so sick of your shit. She's my girlfriend, much longer than you've been married, Sam. Who's Sam? I will continue to date Jessica whether or not you approve. You can't decide what I do, fuck you. And I left the house, pulling Jessica out with me. First of all, you got some attitude problems. There's no need for the profanity because that's not getting your point across. The anger, although I can appreciate the fact that it's built up and maybe slightly warranted, the best approach would be a calm tone. Sit your parents down and say, listen, we are going to date whether you like it or not. If you don't like it, we will get out of the house and live our lives without you guys in it. Now you guys have a choice. Would you rather us be in your lives and we date, or would you rather us date and not be in your lives? I'm sure if they're good or decent parents, they'd rather you be in their lives. So she said I was unnecessarily rude to my mum. I could see my mum crying through the window. We came back several hours later and my mum and Sam were there to give us a talk. They had a discussion and told us about how we need to stop being entitled and accept the fact that we are siblings now and we have to behave appropriately. I told them they could go fuck themselves and left. Jessica followed me into my room and then we fucked with the door open so they could hear. Sorry, I just made that last bit up. I locked the door and ignored them as they knocked on the door and were telling me to come out. They gave up after a bit. Fucking hell, I want to move out. Yeah, I guess that's the best thing you can do now. Get a job, save up your own money and move out if they're not going to accept it. It's really not fair. Like, you're not related. You didn't grow up together. It shouldn't be weird. It's just now you have the title of half brother sister, which is meaningless, honestly. They're more worried about their public reputation than having their children happy. If they cared so much about their reputation, they would have thought twice about dating when their children are already dating. Anyway, bottom line, look, are you guys going to last? Probably not. You're young. Statistically, nah, not really. But doesn't mean your parents should come in between your love. They're the ones who sound entitled, not you guys. And stop swearing like that. I swear too sometimes. I'm not perfect or innocent, but I'm the one giving advice here. So normally people can't take their own advice. So stop swearing. Okay, here's another life pro tip, then we'll just about wrap it up. Life pro tip, take that break. Working around the clock isn't a badge of honor. You're going to burn yourself out. You may think you're too busy and you don't have the time for a break, but even 10 minutes makes a big difference. You need to take care of yourself, and that includes taking a break. Now, as someone who's been in lockdown for 6 months, I need a break from taking a break. That's how long I've taken a break for. But if that resonates with you and you can relate, take that break. Your mental health is much more important than making money for global corporations and people who don't give a shit about your mental health. All they care about is capital gain. So yeah, take that 10-minute break. If your boss gives you a hard time for taking a little break, then you're working at the wrong place and your boss is a cunt. So take that break. Recharge your battery a bit. It's important for our mental health. All right, guys. Wowee, what an episode. Thanks so much for everyone who has stayed tuned. The views in the videos have dropped a bit. I'm going to blame consistency or lack of consistency on that, but the average view duration has gone up, so you guys are listening for longer. Thank you. As usual, the top 5 comments regarding the topic of this video will feature at the end of the next video, so please do get commenting and you might feature there. Alright guys, take care, have a good one, peace.
Yeah, I gotta get money fetish. Same team, I don't set trip. Never dull, this electric. Went and put the Ricks on my toes. Me and bro, that's the give and go. Stay 100, end zone, end zone. Keep them coming, I know. I won't flood my wrist, no, I'm not dumb like that. No. I just wanna give my mama 100 racks. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. Go hard. Touchdown like the end zone.
Comments from last video brought to you by Luke fucking Brooks.